How many of us take the time to just walk in nature if it's available to us? Even, take our shoes off and walk in the grass and just get regrounded. I don't think we take enough time to sit with ourselves and our thoughts, to sit in nature and allow it to just consume us, listening to the birds, and all the little animals that are running around whose habitat we just happen to be walking through. But I say this because it's so important. We're so busy and we're always moving around, always doing something. I am one of those people, a self-proclaimed busybody. And yet I realized that on a day like today, when most of my work was done early, and there are some personal projects I want to get done this evening, I really needed to take the time to come out here and just observe nature, breathe in good fresh air, just spend time with myself and my own thoughts, and realistically just share things with you. This is a different season. In Ohio we call this pre-spring. But even just this season of life where you feel the transitions, you get antsy. I know I'm antsy right now about what's to come, but I'm not fully released from the previous season. And that place feels uncomfortable because it's like the ground is unleveled as I'm walking on these rocks. The ground is not leveled anymore. I don't feel stable anymore. I'm not scared. I'm excited, but I'm also a little nervous because what used to be stability for me is not stability anymore. What used to be exciting for me is not exciting anymore. And so it's, how do we get through the season when this season realistically feels like it's undone, it's unleveled. It doesn't feel like I've yet finished it, but it also feels like I'm really getting close to the end. But if you've ever ran a race or been competing, at the end is when you got to give it all that you have. At the end is when you run a little bit faster. At the end is where you realistically say, I cannot lose. I have to do everything that it takes, everything in my power to be better. This is that season for me. And I don't know if it's that season for you, but if it is, you are not alone. In this season, I've been saying to myself, I'm going to find my joy again. And so as I launched my podcast last year, and I'm going to relaunch it again, this is my season where I'm going to find my joy again. And not happiness, not things that are only good because something else is going on, but just waking up with pure joy in my heart. Learning a new level of contentment. Contentment is really hard to come by. So my question to you is, what brings you joy? Have you ever answered that question? Have you ever even asked yourself that question? What brings you joy? What does joy even look like? If you did have joy, would you know? Are you scared of it? I believe some of us get scared of joy. Some of us are scared of contentment. Some of us are realistically scared to really live a life that is limitless. A life that can't contain all that God has for us. A life full of gift sharing. A life full of gift getting and receiving. But also a life where you don't struggle. A life where you have ease. A life full of bliss. What does that look like for you? What does joy look like for you? That's my question to myself in this season, is what does joy look like for you? Hi. That's realistically what I'm trying to figure out. What does joy look like for me? So in this season, my number one question, what brings you joy? The other thing is finding out what those are. So let's take this journey together. What brings you joy? I'm really interested to hear what that is. And I'm really excited for you to find it because I'm really excited for me to find it. And we can do this together. One day at a time, one foot in front of the other, one gospel playlist to get us through on hard days, people to encourage us. We're going to find our joy. I'm going to help you find it by sharing, and I pray that you help me find it as well. So, one, what brings you joy? 2, would you know it if you found it? And 3, did you know that I loved you? Part 2 of I needed to be in the woods because I needed to try to find a center. And I've been processing so much information lately that I haven't really found my center. And so as I'm sitting here and I'm walking and I'm listening to all that the woods have to offer, and I found this cute little thing, I realized that I feel a little lost. I feel a little lost walking in this world where everyone feels like they have a purpose. Some people know what their purpose are. Other people are trying to find their purpose. And I think I have an inkling of what my purpose is, but I'm not sure how to get to it. That's what I feel. So to answer the question that I posed originally, would I know joy if it was here with me today? I'm not sure that I would. And I believe that right now in this moment, I am feeling upset with myself because I don't know what joy would look like for me right now, as even though I want to. So I'm upset with myself, but my meta feeling is that I am scared. I'll be 32 in a couple of weeks, and I'm really excited about my birthday because I love birthdays, but also equally nervous to go around the sun one more time, as people says, be gifted breath every day by the Lord, and still feel like I struggle to know my purpose. I know that there are things that I'm good at, and I know there are things that I excel at, and then there are some things that I'm like exceptional at, but all of those things are not my purpose. So that is what I'm feeling right now. I feel lost, and I'm telling myself in this moment that that's okay. I am allowed to feel lost. In feeling lost, I'll wander. And I pray that the Lord is guiding each and every one of those steps as well. But as I wander, I'll just stumble right into my purpose. And then at that point, I will unlock a new level of joy. That is what I'm choosing to tell myself. You don't have to tell yourself that. But as we go on this journey, we're going to be very honest. And that's me being honest.